Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over Muzzy Star's Among My Swan. I know I probably look a mess. My hair is so short, I can't really... Anyway, this album has been a favourite of mine for a few years, but I have struggled to find it on vinyl, as I said last video. But I finally found it and I'm so happy because it sounds amazing on vinyl. This is a band that I would recommend that you go and listen to, as it is just as they are just superb. So it's a band. There's more than two people, but mainly you've got Hope. What's her name? Sorry, I'm terrible with names. Hold on. Her name is, I know it's Hope Sandoval and David Roback, who we'll be talking about in the song section, who front this band and make it just absolutely superb. So let's get straight into it with the looks. So this album came out in 1997 and it's got that typical alt rock, 90s look, with the black and the white and the well, especially this shot. This is very 90s alternative, something like a band like Garbage would do, or something like that. I think it's beautiful, but it's just that kind of vibe. So great front cover. I like how it's not centered. It drives my OCD crazy, but it's not in the middle. You can see there's more space on one side. And if I was designing that would have drove me insane. But now I see it. It's not too bad, but I like it, and I like the swan. I love this back cover with just the song titles, and the only problem I have is this. Fucking, who puts the barcode actually on the... I don't like the barcode on the right. So the record is just a black record. There's no point in me showing it to you. But I will show you the label. Because someone asked me why I don't get them out anymore. And it's just because they're all... Most of my records are just black. And they all look the same besides the label. So there's no point. I'm just wasting your time and my time. But it does come with a nice sheet. Again, that black and white alternative 90s look, and Hope on the other side, which is great. I love it when they come with these sheets because it gives you information about the band that I would have to look up before filming if it didn't. Words and vocal melodies by Hope Bright. Don't worry about that. But yeah, they are an alternative 90s band. So this album cover and the artwork just really makes sense for that kind of vibe. Anyway, let's talk about the music, shall we? So this album is easily one of the most beautiful records I've ever heard. And I cannot stress enough that if you haven't heard it, you need to go and give it a listen. It's just amazing. So it's in my unboxing I did the other day, I referenced the Smiths and that band, Joy Division, who are behind me. And it's definitely in that same vibe. It's very melancholy and dark and depressing for some people. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea because it's sad music, but for me, I absolutely love it. But then I love the Smiths and Joy Division and Echo and the Bunnymen, I think they're called. I love bands like that, and this is just... So, for me, I love Hope's singing and the vocal, and, well, that's the same thing. The lyrics. The singing and the lyrics are a 10 out of... They're just brilliant, but it's the production and the instrumentals by Rob, I told you I was... But Rob, just call him David. His name's David. It's just amazing. You've got some strings in there. The organ is used throughout the whole album. Hope plays the harmonica, which is beautiful. There's a guitar in there with some amazing solos. And it's just a whole host of... When it comes to percussion, there is percussion there with some very light drumming, but it never comes too much into the mix. So you're not going to get, like, I don't know, regular rock Oasis or whatever other band. It's not too much of a percussion, but it's still just amazing, and it really helps carry the songs. And so, as for these songs, so it starts with Disappear, which has an amazing, amazing chorus where she's singing, "Now I Can Just Disappear." And I love that. It's such a great opening track. Flowers in December. It's probably either first or second as my favourite song on the album, because this is where the harmonica by Hope comes in. And, pardon me, and it is gorgeous. It is just orgasmic. The way the production makes it's in the forefront of the production, and it's just superb. It sounds so good. I absolutely adore it. Rhymes of an Hour is amazing. Cry Cry, it's just beautiful. Take Everything is one of the best songs on the album. Still Cold. All Your Sisters side 2, starts with All Your Sisters, which is amazing. I've Been Let Down, Roseblood, Happy, Umbilical, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's just, they're all superb. But the closing track on this album might be my favourite song. I can't decide between Flowers in December and Look On Down From the Bridge. Look On Down From the Bridge for me is one of the best closing tracks to an album. It is just, so there's only really Hope's amazing singing and the organ that comes in. And the organ sounds so haunting and empty. It sounds it's incredibly depressing, but it's so empty sounding. It's a weird, I can't explain it to you more than that. It's just superb. The way it sounds, it's just gorgeous. And her vocals come in, and it's stunning, The production just kills it, just as in a good thing, like amazing. You cannot go wrong. But yeah, it's just, anyway, in conclusion. So this album is easily a 9 out of 10, and it's something that I have to recommend. You have to go and listen to it if you haven't. I would recommend you turn all the lights off, lie in bed, and if you have headphones, I use headphones and just chill to it a bit. It'll take you away. I cannot stress that enough. I wanted to definitely go and listen to this. It's a 9 out of 10. Just want to take about a minute to talk to you about my rating system, hopefully explain it. So I'm not going to buy an album. To start, I will not review an album that I don't have on vinyl. If I have it on a record, I'll review it. This is vinyl review, after all, So I'm not going to buy an album, spend money on an album I know I don't like. So there's never going to be like a 3 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10. So a 5 out of 10 is like the lowest I'll probably go. That's an album I like, but it's alright, it's alright. 6 is then getting better. A 7 out of 10 is an album that I do really like. And then an 8 again is something I love. And a 9 out of 10, like this album, is an absolutely superb record. And it's the best it could possibly be. But it's not one of my greatest albums of all time. A 10 out of 10 is the greatest album of all time. Take David Bowie's Black Star, or Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory, or any Prince record from his Revolution days. Those are 10 out of 10s. And that's just my... I know it probably doesn't make sense, but if I tell you an album is a 10 out of 10, that means it's one of my favourite albums of all time. Like the Vinyl Legends series I did. Those are all 10 out of 10s. But yeah, this is just superb. Thanks for watching. Definitely go and listen to this. And I'll see you again soon. And Happy New Year, if I haven't already said that. Take care, everyone.